Hello and welcome to this episode of Clutched. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but since you guys voted, today I'm going to give you a review on this 2001 Toyota Dyna. I'm supposed to give you a lorry review, but I've got some of my favos in the house. Hi sir, sorry, I'm doing a shoot. I won't take long, maybe about half an hour. Yeah, I will look out. I give them directions. Thank you. I think they don't want me to do a lorry review. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to Benz Agency and Benz Gardening and Landscape Services, simply because your sticker is all over the lorry. But if you do need cleaning or gardening of any sort, you know, maybe you got a private estate and you want the grass to be trimmed or some plants to be pruned, whatever it is, call the number on your screen and Benz will come to the rescue. What you're looking at is the 7th generation Toyota Dyna. And these trucks have proven to endure the test of time. You know, they've been around since the 1950s. And Dyna is actually short for dynamic. Some of you may even be wondering whether or not I'm even allowed to drive a vehicle like this. Well, with a regular Class 3 license, you can actually drive motor vehicles with unladen weight, which means the weight of the vehicle alone, without any load, up to 2,500 kilos or 3,000 kilograms. And this Toyota Dyna weighs in at 1,680 kilograms. Which means I'm good to go. Sometimes when you look at a goods vehicle, it comes with either a G, gangster plate, or a Y, a YP plate. Now, according to LTA, the difference is basically G are for light goods vehicles and Y are for heavy goods vehicles. This gangster, it's powered by a 3-litre diesel engine producing 140 brake horsepower with, get this, 300 Newton meters of torque. And I know some of you guys might be thinking, what? With a 3-litre engine is only producing 140 brake horsepower? Well, you see, that's where you're wrong. It's not about the brake horsepower. With a diesel engine, it's always about the really high levels of torque. You know, it's all about the pulling power. This is classified as a 10-foot lorry, and this is the maximum size you can park in a regular HDB car park. Anything bigger than this, like the 14-footer and anything bigger, you got to park it in the heavy vehicles park. So this one, multi-story car park, no problem, but check the height. Don't forget about the height clearance. The maximum weight that this lorry can carry is exactly its own weight, which means it can carry another 1,670 kilograms. This is a rear-wheel drive, which means it's actually perfect for drifting. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, but actually, you know what? That's quite cool. I would love to see someone drift in a 10-foot lorry. So all you professional race car drifters or whatever it is out there, right? Take this as my personal challenge to you. Send me a video of yourself drifting in a 10-foot lorry. Okay, it's obvious it's a rear-wheel drive because when you put load onto the lorry, it goes above the rear axles. Okay, so you get better traction, just like how a regular front engine car is usually front-wheel drive. Okay guys, since we are shooting a lorry, let me just tell you, this is the ultimate abangs of all abangs when it comes to lorry. We call this the low bed. That is like level extreme. If you can drive that, you can drive anything. And if you look at the lorry carefully, you realize it doesn't come with the head. Meaning the driver and the passengers, they are right up high in front, just above the front axle. And because of this, it's actually really fun to drive. Let's get inside. Okay, right now I'm going to give you guys some lessons on lorry driving. It's lorry driving 101. First of all, there are no remote controls, so you got to use a key. Some of you guys are so spoiled, you don't even know how to do this. Okay, so put the key in, turn it anti-clockwise, lock pops up, and you open it. Okay, speaking of opening the door, when you close the door to lock it, remember the age of the vehicle, because the older the vehicle, the harder you slam. So this is 2001. Yeah. Okay, all these 10-foot lorries will come with one step, okay? So how do you get inside? The seat is really high. Now, always remember, if you're getting into the driver's seat, you got to put your right leg on the step, okay? So put the right leg on the step, and there's this little handle over here. So you got to hold on to this handle, and all you got to do is just pull yourself up. Ta-da! Now let me show you what happens if you put the wrong leg. Right? You try to be too clever. You think this is the right way. What's going to happen is you're going to be all facing the wrong direction, and then you got to turn around. Okay, cut. Likewise, if you're riding shotgun, maybe you're the passenger, then of course you don't put your right foot in because you're gonna, I don't want to do that again. So you gotta put your left foot in, and there you go. Simple as that. And the good thing about these cabs is you can actually sit 2 passengers in front, although the lockhart says 1, so I think you gotta go get that checked. Now, some things that you guys might not know is all these lorries actually come with a choke. Is this the choke? I think so. Okay, actually I'm not sure. Okay, but usually lorries of this age, they will come with a choke because sometimes if it's too cold, it's hard to fire up a diesel engine. Now obviously there is no push engine start button, right? You got to use a key, you put it in, switch on the battery and fire it up. Oh, do you see how everything just vibrates? See, that's the thing about diesel engines, they're really raw, you know. You feel like everything is shaking, you know. You feel like you're sitting on top of a lawn mower because that 3-liter engine, the one that I told you about, it's right below the passenger seat. I never expected it to come with things like power steering, and check this out, it even has power automatic electric windows. That's really like a blessing, you know, to have it in a lorry like this. No, there's no GPS, there's no cruise control, there's no dual zone, none of that crap. In fact, I should be thankful that the aircon is actually still working. You don't even get a mirror on your sunshade. It's actually quite fun. You see how a whole lorry is shaking? I think I need my helmet. I got my racing shoes. Okay, I'm going to try and do a heel toe since I got my racing shoes. You can almost heel toe with a lorry. Okay, but anyway, this is the handbrake for a lorry. It doesn't look like something you would find in a car, right? So all you got to do is to engage, you just pull it up, and to disengage, you got to press a little button, turn it anti-clockwise and drop it back down. Because these lorries are old, sometimes the handbrakes don't really work. So if you ever park a lorry, especially if you have load on a slope, once you're done parking, you engage the handbrake, switch off the engine. If you're facing downslope, just engage the reverse gear, and if you're facing upslope, just engage the first gear and leave it there. Right? It's like a safety lock mechanism to make sure your lorry doesn't roll away. The dashboard looks like shit. Okay, you got a little tray here and a little, wow, cup holders. This is like the best feature you can get in this lorry. Not 1, 2 cup holders. Because this lorry is 15 years old, obviously everything is spoiled. I've got a radio that doesn't work. I've got aircon vents that I don't know where they're pointing. So many holes in the dashboard. And also take note, because the engine is directly below the passenger, it can get really, really, really hot. Okay, so if your aircon doesn't work, good luck to you. Once you're ready to roll, put on the seat belt. But my seat belt is a bit weird. I guess this is what lorry drivers do, so yeah. There you go, my seatbelt is now on. The Dyna comes with a 5-speed manual gearbox, but you don't actually move off from gear 1 because that's only meant for, you know, when you're carrying heavy loads and you're trying to move upslope and all that. So with an empty lorry, you can just very easily move off with gear 2. I feel like I'm sitting in an office chair, you know, that kind of feel. That's what I get. And the view is amazing. You're right up in front, you can see everything ahead of you. Totally 100% different from driving a car, which is another reason why I say everybody should give this a try. Because you're sitting right up on top of the front axle, right? When you turn, you're not pointing the vehicle, you know. You are at the front, so you get pointed around. So it's a very nice, cool, interesting feeling. They call it what? Sakaliao. Sakaliao! Alrighty. It's really fun. Like I said, guys, you guys should really try this, you know. And then yeah, there we go. Yeah. Flat out. I have gone flat out in this before. I've managed to hit 120 kilometers an hour. But don't worry, it was on a closed road with the proper marshals and safety and everything before I actually hit the 120 kilometers an hour, right? So yeah, we're all good. Because there's no head, the 10-foot lorry is actually easier to drive compared to your normal car, okay? Because you don't have to estimate anything in front or anything like that. But at the same time, it's also very dangerous, you know. If you were to slam into something, yes, there are no airbags in this lorry. Given the age of the lorry, I think even if there were airbags, they'll deploy after you're dead, you know. You get this whole bouncy feeling, you know. And it's not like the vessel kind of bouncy. No. This is the really, you know, the whole cab moving with you kind of bouncy. Yeah, all that's missing now is now some rap music, you know. Oh yeah. It's like your own private lounge with a heater included. The turning radius on this lorry is simply amazing, you know. Yes, and that's another reason why it's easy to drive, and that's another reason why you should drift in this lorry. Don't forget, speed limit 70 kilometers an hour, and when you are on the expressway, by right, you should stay only on the left lane, nothing on the center lane, definitely not the right lane, so that's by right. I can't exactly tell you what my speed is because this is literally what my speedometer is doing. It's bouncing between 65 and 75, okay? So I could be doing 70, I could be doing 75, I have no clue. The amount of free play that you get on the steering wheel is crazy. Look at this, look at this. Okay, can you see me doing that? But the lorry is not moving at all, no? That's just the free play. You can relax back. Yep, you can even put one leg up if you want to. Yeah. That's the abang lorry. Go. Yeah. I think what's missing right now is a rock song. Let me tell you about the brakes that I have in this lorry, okay? I have this much of travel on my brake pedal, but the brakes only kick in this much, okay? Which means that, see, I'm stepping the pedal, and now I have brakes. Don't buy the normal things, the normal air fresheners that you get in cars, okay? You want an air freshener for your lorry, you gotta get yourselves one of these. Oh man, oh, okay, there we go. And then just spray this every now and then. Oh crap. I've got some disgusting white stuff on my windscreen. We're approaching a red light. I'm gonna try and heel toe. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna heel toe to 2. Fun. That's what this is. I'm at the red light and I've got a Colt version beside me. Alright, you think I can take him on? I'm gonna try and take him on, right? I think that comes with a 1.5 litre turbocharged engine. But don't forget, I've got 3 litres. Alright, in gear. I'm gonna take him on. Here we go. Ho! I smoked a Colt version R. Woohoo! Loser! The fuel consumption that I get on this Dyna is actually quite amazing. I get about 12 kilometers to the litre of diesel, but that's because I am running on empty load. So there isn't exactly an exact amount of fuel consumption. It depends on the load you're carrying. Let me tell you what is missing in this lorry. Some LED lights, a curtain, a nice big boombox over here, a really thick layer of sunshade, some rock music, oh, and the gear stick that goes up to somewhere about here. You know how sometimes when you buy a car, alright, the car dealer will give you accessories, some freebies, some free accessories, right? Now, because I bought this lorry, this is the accessory that I actually got. It's actually a spare head unit because even the guy who sold me this lorry, right, wasn't confident about this crap. The amount of body roll on this lorry, you know, I really feel like installing a bucket seat. Right now I'm going to drive up some slope. I'm going to push this lorry, drop the gear, turn. This is actually so much of fun, my fellow lorry drivers. Oh yeah. I'm going to take the corner, pin brakes. I'm actually trying to brake into a drift, but and do the whole, you know, fast and furious drifting up the slope kind of thing. Lorry lorry power. Scary shit. It's rough and it's rugged, you know, you can just go all out and flat out on the pedal. You don't have to worry about braking it because these things have proven to endure the test of time. Whoa. And there you have it. Obviously, there are no back seats, but I think if some of you guys remember, last time we used to have a lot of those twin cab lorries, which looks something like this. But right now, it's a very rare sight. Oh shit. Getting into the back seat. Ow. And the boot space. I think you can fit a car inside this thing, you know. It comes with what? 6,824,000 liters of boot. Okay, I just made that up. I think this Toyota Dyna makes a damn good commercial or goods vehicle. You know, you can customize the back whether you want it to be open with a full shelter or half the shelter, or you want to put a big box, or you want to put a cooling ice box, you know. It's a very good commercial vehicle, and one of its biggest competitor would actually be the Nissan Capstar, alright, which is also very good, but it's not as powerful as the Dyna. So for me, I chose the Dyna. In Singapore, everybody knows a car is a depreciating asset, but when you buy a commercial vehicle like this, yes, the value of the vehicle depreciates, but using the vehicle, you can actually earn more money, you know. So it's actually a really good choice, especially if you have a business and you need transportation at the same time. Then I think everybody should try driving a 10-foot lorry, you know. It will really make you appreciate whatever car it is that you're driving. It's like eating McDonald's on a regular day versus eating McDonald's when you just book out of camp, you know. Anyway, my offer for drifting the lorry still stands, okay? So if you think you got what it takes, do it. Over here at Clutched, I will definitely give this Toyota Dyna a buy. And even if you have no reason to buy one because you don't have a business, you should definitely try driving one. And if you have no friends who own a 10-foot lorry, call me. Abang Lorry will come down.